And here comes KAMIL LASZCZYK with his trainer. Terrific gift. An amateur record of 110-7. He won the Polish National Championship 6 times. Polish boxing community certainly very familiar with him as he embarks on his pro career. Already getting in there with the sanctioning bodies. This, of course, for a WBO youth title. Think what you want about sanctioning bodies. You need to get in there if you want to get up to the world-class level. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. KAMIL LASZCZYK and TEVIN Farmer both come in at 130 pounds, both 5'6". No discernible difference in their structure. Let's get up to ring announcer Larry Tornanby to kick off the action.
We have 8 rounds super featherweights coming up, and this is sponsored by Greg Sobolewski. The judges scoring at ringside: Shafiq Rashada, John McKay, and Tony Perez. And the referee for this bout, Ricky Vera. This bout is for the vacant super featherweight WBO youth title. They are scheduled for 8 rounds. Introducing to you first, coming out of the blue corner to my left, with white trunks, weighing 130 pounds. His record, 4 wins, 1 of those by knockout, against 2 losses and 1 draw. From the fighting city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, TEVIN Farmer. And his opponent coming out of the red corner. His professional record, 7 wins against 0 losses, 5 wins by knockout. Also weighing 130 pounds. From North Bergen, New Jersey, wearing red trunks, let's welcome KAMIL LASZCZYK.
Gentlemen, 8 rounds for the WBO Youth Intercontinental title. I gave you your instructions. Protect yourself, obey my commands at all times. This is good, this is good. At the sound of the bell, we're working, gentlemen. Touch them up.
8 rounds for the WBO super featherweight title. Supervisor at ringside, Rudy Paz.
Well, here we go, super featherweight action. KAMIL LASZCZYK, TEVIN Farmer. Farmer showing some aggression there. In the pre-fight spiel, pounding the fist of LASZCZYK down. He is a high-energy fighter. That should set the tone for what he wants to do here tonight. Round 1, Farmer in white, LASZCZYK in the red trunks. LASZCZYK wasting no time unleashing that right hand. And this is exactly what I mentioned. Farmer, his defense is his offense. He wants to respond. You think of the prototypical Philly fighter, a guy like Meldrick Taylor. He throws his hands when he's in trouble. Always looking to unleash punches. Farmer, since I first saw him, has certainly improved his left hand. In the early stage of his career, he kind of pushed it a little bit, kind of reached with his left hand. A little more snap on it now. LASZCZYK trying to stalk him. Fancies himself a pressure fighter. Wants to walk Farmer down. And the real victory already here for LASZCZYK is just that he made weight last time out against Sammy Sanchez. He came in 4 pounds overweight at 129. Didn't make weight for the fight. 4 days before, he was a full-blown lightweight. So whether you can chalk that up to a bad training camp or whether he's too big for the division, I don't know, but he managed to get down here tonight. Farmer doing a good job of avoiding LASZCZYK so far, making life difficult for LASZCZYK, who's clearly the more polished boxer. Good right hand from LASZCZYK on his way in.
Working there, gentlemen. Working there, Farmer. Working there.
Trying to get the rhythm and the timing of Farmer down. There's some good work from Lasczczyk again. Crowd rallying behind Lasczczyk. Again, Farmer doesn't have a storied amateur background. He's trying to be clever in here, trying to set traps, counter, and roll out. Trying to spin Lasczczyk. You have to wonder, though, over 8 rounds, can he win a pure boxing match with a guy who's won 6 national titles in the amateurs? A strong first round, and I would actually give it to Farmer. Let's listen in to the corners, see what they felt about the first round.
Of course, you know our main event still on the way. Big heavyweights, Marush, and Ty Field. Our main event coming up next.
Round 2, set to get underway. Nothing thrilling coming from either corner in the first round. Really a feeling out process for both fighters. Lasczczyk goes right to the inside. People at Global Gym call him Little Tyson. There are a few too many Little Tysons in boxing right now. Too popular of a nickname. I would vote for something else. Hernan Marquez, I think he's allowed to use it right now, and we'll leave it to him. But having said that, Lasczyk's natural disposition does seem to be to move forward and press the fight. So far, he's just been kind of following Farmer, and when he gets inside, he hasn't been able to get anything off. Lasczczyk hasn't really thrown his hands from range yet. There's a good right hand on his way in. Farmer trying to fight off the ropes. A flashy combination with his back to the ropes there. Lasczczyk wants to exchange, though. Clearly does not want to be tied up. Lasczczyk might be best served to give himself a little space here. Not too much. But a couple times he's landed that straight right hand, has fallen in, and was immediately tied up. And even though it's not pot-shotting in the traditional sense, that's what it turns out to be, because he can't follow up on his power shots. So right now, he's backed off, he's taking a step back, he's giving his punches room to breathe. Which is better work from KAMIL LASZCZYK right here in the final 50 seconds of round 2. Another right hand from LASZCZYK glances off the side of the head of TEVIN Farmer. We had more than enough jostling on the inside in the Spina-Ravello bout earlier on tonight. Hope we don't have another messy affair here in this one. Good second round and a strong one for KAMIL LASZCZYK. That would even it up on my scorecard. Let's take a listen into the corners of Lasczzyk and Farmer.
Keep that jab going, baby.
So after he's throwing his jab, man, tell him to send the left hook straight right hand, right down the pipe. Give him a finger for it. Using that jab to set this straight right hand up. Jab, left hook, straight right hand is right down the pipe. Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Second count. Second count.
So the corner telling Lasczzyk to do what's been working so far as we start round 3. Look to set up that right hand right down the pipe. And as I mentioned, he was doing a better job at the end of round 2, giving himself space and allowing himself the opportunity to follow up on that right hand. Strong left hook, and there goes the mouthpiece from TEVIN Farmer. But he's not backing down. He's fighting like he has headgear on. Lasczyk's corner waving him forward. They thought they had Farmer hurt. Farmer seems to be A-OK right now. There's that pesky logo once again. We saw that time and time again in Spina Rebello tonight. Fighters slipping on that logo. Lasczzyk having some trouble with his footing in the center of the ring as well. Another left hook from Lasczzyk scores. That's become a key now, in addition to that straight right hand. Lasczzyk very compact, very deliberate in everything he does. You see the amateur pedigree. See the hours in the gym shining through. Lasczzyk really at this point in his career, as he climbs a ladder, trying to find his identity. Is he an all-out pressure fighter? Is he a boxer? He can do a little bit of both. Farmer sticks that left hand out there to find the range. The right hand, excuse me. Farmer hasn't jabbed thus far. Typically doesn't. Likes to throw power shots. And it's those wide shots that Lasczzyk can come in between. That straight right hand. Farmer not having a lot of success in this round, but he is smart to tie up when he gets on the inside. He's keeping himself out of any grave danger here. Good left hand from Farmer. That one goes down the pipe. Lasczzyk trying to pick up the pace here. Again, it's an 8-round fight. You have to put rounds in the bank while you can. Good final flurry at the end of the round from Lasczzyk. Been watching those Sugar Ray Leonard tapes, perhaps. Another round for Lasczzyk, in my opinion. Let's listen in and see what his corner thinks.
One more time, let's hear it for Sabina. Hello, Sabina. So many thanks to Greg Sobolewski and BT Construction for helping out with this fight.
Are you listening to me? I come out. Play the punch fight. Stop fighting safe. You gotta fight safe. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to fight that motherfucker safe.
I got it.
All you gotta do is double check it, man. And niggas scared to do it. You gotta fight safe.
And Farmer's corner telling him to jab. Unfortunately, it's just not his instincts. He's going to give it a shot here to start round 4. Farmer in white, KAMIL LASZCZYK in red. LASZCZYK tries to counter with that right hand again. Farmer pot shots with the left in response. A hard right hand by KAMIL LASZCZYK. You can hear that one. Farmer took it well. Another one. He's taking them well, but how many can he take? Is that chin starting to get dented? Farmer always trying to counter LASZCZYK. If he wants to win some of these rounds, he might want to consider leading. He doesn't necessarily have to move forward. You can still be the boxer, but let your hands go first. And I think that's what his corner was trying to get across. Stay active with the jab, and don't let LASZCZYK dictate the pace of this fight. This Farmer right now isn't throwing enough and isn't connecting enough on the big stuff to win rounds. It's just not possible. There you see Farmer trying to lead, trying to come forward, get his shots off first. LASZCZYK slips again. You'd think we were fighting on the ice at the Prudential Center right now. Both corners telling their charges to jab. Another right hand from LASZCZYK follows that jab. That's why you listen to your trainer. LASZCZYK always trying to hold on to those ropes when he has Farmer on the corner. He wants to fight in that close proximity. Hasn't been able to sustain that quite yet. Let's listen in.
Tell him he's jumping in there and this guy is turning the right hook over. Stop telling him he's jumping in there.
Podwój lewe, więcej lewy.
Tell him if he uses his jab a little better, man, he could get the right hand off. Tell him stop jumping in.
Przestań wskakiwać na niego.
He's trying to counter him with the check hook.
Cały czas, bądź mądry w tym, co robisz.
How you feel? Hey, look.
Tell him stop jumping in.
Double, triple up with the
Nie
jab.
wskakuj na niego, cały czas lewa ręka.
Double or triple up the jab.
Some astute instructions from KAMIL LASZCZYK's corner as we start round 5. We're picking up on what Farmer's trying to do, trying to throw that check hook. A la Floyd Mayweather as LASZCZYK dives in. Instead of diving in, LASZCZYK's corner wants him to jab more. Double and triple up the jab. Give yourself space. As you see, as he tries to walk in, tries to dive in, he's just getting tied up. It's wasted energy. Nonetheless, LASZCZYK had a good outing so far. Looked very solid, very professional. Another right hand. Again, a very good performance from range for KAMIL LASZCZYK. Just on the inside when he hasn't been able to, where he hasn't been able to get it going. There's a little infighting. LASZCZYK trying to push off. Get space to go downstairs to the body. Good 1-2 upstairs from Lasczzyk. Farmer has some good hand speed, but he's not going to win those exchanges with Lasczzyk because Lasczyk's punches are straighter. Now Lasczzyk the one holding on. Good left hook to the body. That's a punch that can take any fighter down. First we've seen of it in this bout. And that's the weapon of choice. If you want to be a true pressure fighter, you have to go downstairs. You have to dig that left hook to the body. Good to see that Lasczzyk has that in his arsenal. Farmer always moving on his feet. Uses his legs. And as I mentioned, his hands as his defense. So it's tough. It's tough to use that left hook because he's hardly stationary right in front of you. He's always turning. But if you can get it in there, that's one way to slow a fighter, a mobile fighter like Tevin Farmer down. Wild stuff from Farmer, trying to come off the ropes with an overhand left. Farmer has trouble turning his punches over. A lot of his shots are kind of cuffing blows on the side of the head. Not as appealing to the judges as the snapping punches of KAMIL LASZCZYK. Another round in the books. I would have it 4-1 for KAMIL LASZCZYK at this point. Let's go down to the corners and listen in.
You gotta act like you want it. This is a championship fight, man. This guy's still nothing, man. Come on. Don't worry about that right now. You're a much better fighter than that, man. Act like it. You got jammed up. Don't worry about no one punch, man. Punch a combination. Stop moving your head on the side. We practiced that with that right hand. That's all we got. You're letting the guy set up there with the right hand. You got no combination. You don't even look like this. Where am I?
Round 6 set to begin. Tevin Farmer in white, KAMIL LASZCZYK in red. And Farmer's corner kind of echoing what I was saying last round, that he has to start leading. They told him don't sit back and let him get his punches off. They did point out that all he has tonight is that right hand, and that might be true, but that's all he's needed, in my opinion, to put these rounds in the bank. Good flurry from Lasczzyk off the ropes. Lasczzyk slips again. Trying to dive in with that right hand. That right hand has been his weapon of choice here tonight. Going to use it in creative ways while he has it working. Farmer with his back against the ropes. And he's got to get off of there if he wants a chance at winning this fight and turning in another upset like he did against Tim Witherspoon Jr. months ago. He has to look like he's in charge of the fight. But right now, Lasczzyk is unquestionably the boss. Lasczzyk hoping for a little infighting here, trying to push off. Legal or not. Farmer being deducted a point. I don't remember a warning ever being issued to Tevin Farmer. That's a very curious point deduction. Not to mention that holding on to your opponent's arm isn't something so egregious that you should typically just take a point away right away. I really do not understand that. Well, now Farmer, if he didn't realize he was behind before, he's certainly got to realize it now. Maybe this will ignite some passion in Farmer. And get him to start taking the initiative here in the ring. Good left hand. Kill from behind. There we go. Farmer now turning the tables. It's Lasczczyk with his back against the ropes. Nothing big landing, but a good effort from Farmer down the stretch. Unfortunately, it's probably a 10-8 round in the books for KAMIL LASZCZYK.
Cały czas na niego ciśnie, nie pozwalaj mu nawet chwili odpocząć. Ciśnij go tam teraz.
Yeah, Sharon.
Seven coming up.
Siódma.
Yo, this guy's tired, man. Come in with your hands up and work your body.
Cały czas na niego pracuj nad dołem.
All this guy want to do is hold you, but don't let him hold you. You got to work your hands inside. Okay? Let your hands go inside. You got to let the judges know you're trying to work and not hold, okay? Tell them what I just said. You have to let the judges know you're trying to work.
Musisz przekonać sędziów, że po prostu ty chcesz tu pracować, a on cię tylko trzyma, przytrzymuje. Cały czas to samo.
Lasczczyk's corner adamant that he do more work on the inside. Now, although I didn't agree with the point deduction as we start round 7, I do think that it's Farmer initiating the holding. But nonetheless, Lasczczyk's corner wants him to show the judges that he's doing work on the inside, that he's moving his hands. He's not content just being held. You can see the wheels are turning right now. He's trying to do what his corner is telling him to do. Trying to wriggle free. There's a right hand on the inside from Lasczczyk. Farmer responds accordingly with a wild swinging right. Lasczczyk kind of getting a little sloppy in this round. Got caught underneath the eye. Actually appears to be on the eyebrow. Is it affecting him? Lasczczyk showing some desperation here. He certainly doesn't need it on the scorecards, I wouldn't imagine. But these fights on the way up are more than that. It's not just whether you win, but it's how you look. And Lasczczyk has an opportunity here on Integrated Sports Pay-Per-View and internationally to show something against Tevin Farmer. It's been solid so far, but this is the kind of mentality that I think he and his corner want him to display in the ring. Lasczczyk forcing the issue, but still hasn't committed to the jab on the way in. Some good action here, closing out round 7. Lasczczyk maybe feeling the energy from the crowd, trying to put on a show. Another thing Lasczczyk could work on, not a lot of head movement. Farmer throws a lot of wide shots that someone with good head movement probably wouldn't be touched with. Typically that's something that develops as fighters get older and get more experience. And this has been a good test for him on the way up, heading into the 8th and final round.
Man, you had the guy knocked out. You had him knocked out. You see him stumble back, you better step in and bomb him. Tevin, you got my how about him? Tevin, listen to me. Listen to me.
Punch.
If you don't go out and fuck with this boy, you're gonna take this fight. You're gonna take the fight.
And hard.
Tevin, not no one punch. I don't give a damn where you get him from. You gotta knock this boy out. They're not gonna be. Are you listening to me? They're not gonna give you the fucking fight.
8th and final round. Farmer versus Laszczyk. Resorts, let him hear ya.
Thank you, Larry. This is the 8th and final round. Tevin Farmer and KAMIL LASZCZYK. Been a pretty good super featherweight affair here tonight. Farmer's corner, I don't really agree with this, but they thought that he had KAMIL LASZCZYK hurt in the last round. I don't recall that. It was probably a tactic to give the fighter some confidence heading into the 8th round, where now he certainly needs to hurt LASZCZYK and knock him out if he wants to win this fight on the score. Pardon me, if he wants to win this fight at all. The scorecards are out of the question for Farmer at this point. Farmer came out coming forward. Good counter from LASZCZYK with that right hand. He looks winded, the mouth is open. 8 rounds is a step up for him. Another right hand coming in from LASZCZYK. Throwing his hands on the inside as his trainer asked him to do. LASZCZYK maybe trying to get a breather here on the inside in the meantime. He has picked up his activity in the last 2 rounds. That could be why he's looking a little exhausted here. But this has been a solid test for LASZCZYK. You see it on his face. He has been touched. He has been hit in this fight. And Farmer is only the 2nd opponent in his career who's had a winning record. So you might look at Farmer and see 4-2-1 with 1 knockout and think, maybe it's not a big deal, but LASZCZYK gets the win here. But assuming he does, it was a credible and solid step up. A live body, a young, in-shape fighter who came to fight. And he's making life difficult on LASZCZYK here in the 8th round. That cut opened up again over the left eye of KAMIL LASZCZYK. Farmer's corner screaming for the uppercut. I haven't seen him throw that yet. Maybe he has a trick in the bag. He pulls something out of his hat here in the final 30 seconds. Or else he's probably en route to a hard-fought decision loss here tonight. Valuable seconds ticking off as the 2 fighters try to get free, and that will do it. A solid fight with good energy all throughout. Good effort from both fighters.
Go to the scorecards, and remember, we'll be talking about all the fights tonight at the official after-fight party. It's at the Burger Bar, located next to Gallagher Steakhouse. We'll get started at 8 o'clock at the Burger Bar for the after-fight party. Our main event, the Giants, coming up next. Marius Bach and Ty Fields. They're fighting for the WBC International Heavyweight title. Bach defending his title. That coming up next.
There you have it. Our main event is next. Ty Fields and Marius Bach. We await the decision here. KAMIL LASZCZYK, we assume, will get the unanimous decision victory over TEVIN Farmer. But a hard-fought one. Farmer made him work for it. KAMIL LASZCZYK learned how to go 8 hard rounds here tonight. Let's send it up to the ring announcer, Larry Turnambi, for the official decision.
After 8 rounds of action for the vacant WBO youth title from the super featherweight division, Shafiq Rashada scores 79-73. John McKay has it 77-75. And Tony Perez tally 78-74. For the winner, by unanimous decision, and now the WBO youth title holder, KAMIL LASZCZYK.